and welcome to the opening ceremony where the first Ismaili Center in the United States, right here in Houston, Texas, will be inaugurated in the presence of our beloved Maulana Hazar Imam. My name is Rahil Ramzan Ali, and I will be your host for this historic day. Dobro Pojalavat Kush Amadid. To celebrate the opening of the first Ismaili Center in the United States, we are honored to be joined by over 500 distinguished guests, including the mayor of the city of Houston, the Honorable John Whitmire, Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher, and so many others who we'll hear from throughout today's broadcast. We also have so many exciting things planned for you, including the first look inside the Ismaili Center and the spaces that make it, plus a brand new song from the Ismaili Sounds team to celebrate this historic moment, and so much more, all leading up to the arrival of Maulana Hazar Imam. But first, with this being the 7th Ismaili Center in the world, our brothers and sisters from across the world have sent us a message on this historic day.
Mother from the Ismaili Centre, London, celebrating 40 years this year. Mubaraki to the US Jamat on the opening of the Ismaili Centre Houston.
Mother from the Ismaili Centre Lisbon. This building is our home.
Whether it's for children's activities, seniors activities, educational programs, the Ismaili Centre is a strong part of our daily lives. Congratulations to the USA Jamat on the opening of the Ismaili Centre Houston.
Ya Ali Madad from the Ismaili Centre Toronto. We are excited to see all that the Ismaili Centre Houston will offer, including exhibitions and public displays, which we have had the benefit of here, as well as the next door at the Aga Khan Museum. Congratulations to the USA Jamat on the opening of the Ismaili Centre Houston.
Ya Ali Madad from the Ismaili Centre Vancouver, celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. We have been fortunate to host many public events, such as lectures on AI, concerts by the Leo Twins and others, citizenship ceremonies, and mayoral debates. We look forward to everything that Ismaili Centre Houston will bring to the USA and the world. Congratulations to the USA Jamat on the opening of the Ismaili Centre Houston.
Welcome from the Ismaili Centre Dubai. We're at the crossroads of the East and the West, and wherever we have come from, this building is like home. Congratulations to the USA Jamat on the opening of the Ismaili Centre Houston.
Ali Madad from the Ismaili Centre Dushanbe. Our center represents the 100 years of history of Jamat in Central Asia and is a truly special place for all of us. We congratulate USA Jamat on opening of the Ismaili Centre Houston.
And we hope that the beautiful new centre will bring you immense joy, strong spiritual connection, and calmness from the noise of the busy world.
Welcome to the family of the Ismaili Centres.
Wow, I can't wait to make those same type of memories right here in the Ismaili Center, the first one in the United States. And where are we going to make those memories? Well, for the first time ever, let's get an exclusive look at the spaces that make up the Ismaili Centre Houston.
Welcome to the Ismaili Centre. Nestled in the heart of Houston, Texas, the center stands as an architectural landmark set on an 11-acre site across the Buffalo Bayou. The center was initiated by His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan IV and was designated as a Diamond Jubilee project. It is the first Ismaili Centre in the United States, joining a global family of such cultural centers in Dubai, Dushanbe, Lisbon, London, Toronto, and Vancouver. The center is surrounded by expansive green spaces, including several gardens, gathering spaces, and fountains, inspired by plants and materials native to Texas and from across the Muslim world. Throughout the gardens, more than 800 trees have been planted, including by representatives of the Ismaili community from across the country, reminding us that this is a shared space for all. The Pavilion Garden welcomes festivals and community gatherings. The Gulzar Garden and Vista Terrace Amphitheater offer spaces for quiet reflection and performance. And the Bayou Garden, planted with native floodplain species, celebrates the site's natural setting. Approaching from the Garden of Light, the reflection fountain is inspired by watercourses of the Alhambra and the Taj Mahal. The three interconnected wings of this Ismaili Centre are each defined by avans. The avan, an open-sided veranda, has deep roots in Persian architecture. Each of the avans feature distinctive geometric patterns. The avans provide shaded spaces for gatherings and reflection, extending the interior life of the building outward into the gardens. 49 columns, including those at the entrance porch, honor His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan IV, the 49th hereditary Imam of the Ismailis. Entering from the front, you are greeted by the heart of the building, the central atrium. The central atrium scales over 70 feet, made of intricate screens with triangular glass inserts inspired by stepped cupolas of Persian tradition. The building is made up of three main components. The east wing of the building is the education wing. The east atrium leads to a library and classrooms, the hub, the exhibition gallery, and conference areas that open onto the learning court and playgrounds. The west atrium leads to spaces designed for social interactions, including the center's cafe. The social hall on the third floor is a setting for large gatherings and public events. The front of the social hall features a patterned stone screen, which is the south facade of the building. Spanning the east and west of the building, the Black Box Theater is a space for performances, screenings, and educational programs, complementing Houston's theater offering. The final component of the building is the prayer hall, housed in the central section of the building. The prayer hall is in the shape of a diamond, commemorating the Diamond Jubilee of His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan IV, and features a luminous suspended ceiling, replacing structural mass with light. The mihrab, set within the Qibla wall, is composed of 120,000 hand-cut pieces of shell, bearing the names Allah, Muhammad, and Ali, reflecting the principles of divine unity, prophethood, and spiritual guidance. This center expresses the Ismaili community's commitment to pluralism and to a faith that values reflection and understanding. The center creates spaces for contemplation, connection, and community. We hope to see you soon at the Ismaili Centre.
Wow, those spaces look fantastic. And this is the 7th Ismaili Centre in the entire world. But the question is, what exactly is an Ismaili Centre? Let's find out.
The Ismaili Centres symbolize the goals and aspirations of the Shia Ismaili Muslim community in the countries in which they live. Under the leadership of His Highness the Aga Khan, the hereditary Imam or spiritual leader, Ismailis seek to contribute positively to society. Through their architecture and wide-ranging social, cultural, and educational activities, Ismaili Centres play a bridge-building role. The first Ismaili Centres were established in 1985 in London and Vancouver as spaces that foster dialogue, cultural exchange, and pluralism between people of all faiths and backgrounds. Additional Ismaili centers have since been established in Lisbon, Dubai, Dushanbe, Toronto, and Houston. The architecture of Ismaili centers draws inspiration from the historic traditions of diverse Muslim cultures. Each center is architecturally distinct, fusing local styles with traditional design elements. Beautiful gardens with water features serve as reminders of divine blessings and a responsibility to care for the environment. Ismaili centers include a Jamat, meaning house of the community, for the spiritual practice of Ismailis. Jamat are one of a range of Muslim spaces of worship and gathering, which include, for example, the masjid or mosque, the kanaka, and the tekke. Ismaili centers also include educational and cultural spaces, meeting and conference rooms, and recreational facilities. They welcome multi-faith family members and the public.
The moment is finally here. It's been such an honor to learn about the Ismaili Centers and get the first look at the Ismaili Centre Houston, the first one in the United States. And now we feel the energy. We know everyone's at watch parties across Jamat Khanas. Thousands are watching at home. The moment is here, united with our hearts open. We welcome our beloved Maulana Hazar Imam for the first time to the Ismaili Centre Houston.
distinguished guests and friends, please rise for the arrival of the Honorable John Whitmire, Mayor of the City of Houston, and His Highness Prince Rahim Aga Khan, the 50th Hereditary Imam of the Shia Ismaili Muslims. Welcome the arrival of the Honorable John Whitmire, Mayor of the City of Houston, and His Highness Prince Rahim Aga Khan, the 50th Hereditary Imam of the Shia Ismaili Muslims, along with his uncle Prince Amin Aga Khan and brothers Prince Hussein and Prince Ali Mohammad Aga Khan. We request guests to please remain standing for the United States National Anthem and the Nasheed al-Imama.
That our flag was still there. Oh,
You may now take your seats. The Honorable Mayor John Whitmire, Your Highness the Aga Khan, Prince Amin Aga Khan, Prince Hussein Aga Khan, Prince Ali Mohammad Aga Khan, distinguished guests, and viewers from around the world watching the Ismaili TV, welcome to Houston, Texas for the opening ceremony of the Ismaili Center. Thank you to our choir, which was composed of Ismaili youth from across the United States. Tasadduq Shah and Neelam Jivani are now invited for a recitation from the Holy Quran, followed by its English translation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Surat al-Hujurat, verse 13. In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. O humankind, indeed, we created you, male and female, and we made you diverse peoples and tribes so that you may come to know one another. Indeed, the noblest among you in the sight of Allah is the most pious. Indeed, Allah is all-knowing and all-aware.
Distinguished guests, Mr. Al-Karim Al-Adina, President of the Ismaili Council for the United States of America, will now deliver welcoming remarks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Highness the Aga Khan, Prince Amin, Prince Hussein, Prince Ali Mohammed, honorable members of the United States Congress, honorable members of the Texas Legislature, members of the Diplomatic Corps, elected officials, the Honorable John Whitmire, Mayor of Houston, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning And thank you for joining us here at the Ismaili Centre, and to those, of course, joining us online today. We are deeply grateful for your presence at this historic occasion, the opening ceremony of the first Ismaili Centre in the United States. We are grateful for the unwavering support of His Highness the Aga Khan to carry forward to completion this project following his accession earlier this year. And to Prince Amin for his ever-present, nurturing support that helped bring this project to fruition. We are also thankful to Mayor Whitmire and his predecessors and the City of Houston for their steadfast support of the community and this very project. We also take this opportunity to extend our gratitude and recognize the support and advice of the Texas State leadership. His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan had a decades-long aspiration to establish an Ismaili Centre in the United States, one that would reflect the values and identity of the Ismaili community. So today marks a moment of pride and joy for the community as we inaugurate the first Ismaili Centre in the United States right here in Houston, Texas. Our community, established in the United States more than 6 decades ago, reflects the remarkable diversity of this great nation and especially of the city of Houston. Comprising members from over 20 countries, American Ismailis have become part of the social and economic fabric of this great country, contributing in business, public service, and civic life. Guided by the vision of His Highness the Aga Khan, Ismailis everywhere strive to enhance the quality of life for all. Our faith inspires us to serve with compassion, generosity, and a spirit of volunteerism. This center is an expression of those values, a place for dialogue, learning, and partnership. It reflects our enduring commitment to pluralism and our desire to contribute meaningfully to the cultural and civic life of Texas and the United States. Finally, we extend our deepest appreciation to our design and construction partners, community leaders, generous donors, and devoted volunteers, without all of whom this day would not have been possible. Thank you for joining us in celebrating this milestone and in sharing our hope for all that this center will aspire in the decades ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, President Aladina. Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable John Whitmire, Mayor of the City of Houston, to share his remarks.
Thank you. I'm so excited to see so many dignitaries from across our region to share in this very special moment. Your Highness, we're here to recognize the Ismaili community's greatness. And in doing so, we get to show the greatness of the city of Houston. This is not just a special event, ladies and gentlemen. This is a historic event. Pause a moment and realize what we're experiencing, what we're witnessing. It's a coming together of people, diverse people, people that in previous years were not even recognized as a part of our community. The Ismaili community, working with the City of Houston residents, 2.3 million Houstonians, but our region, our state of Texas, and the United States. We're making a statement today that we're all in this together. We need days, events, Your Highness, like this. With the turmoil in the world, we need to come together in the Ismaili Centre, open its doors to people that may look, sound, and think different from us. I know this will be a center for education, for love, compassion, respect. And it makes me so proud to not only be the mayor of this great city, but to be a Houstonian, to be a part of our society. And I want everyone to leave here fired up. This is only the beginning. This is only the beginning of something great. And thank you so much for recognizing Houston, Texas, the state of Texas, and the United States. It's so historic. And people will be talking about this center and this special day for hundreds of years. So everyone, remember where you were today. Tell your children, tell your grandchildren, include them. His Highness and I met yesterday afternoon. I can't begin to tell you how good the chemistry was. How good the chemistry was. And of course, I was being so respectful, and he was being respectful. But very soon, I told him when he leaves, I want him to tell folks, Houston, Texas is the friendliest city that I've ever visited. Ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy today.
Thank you, Mayor Whitmire, for your warm remarks. Distinguished guests, please join me in welcoming His Highness the Aga Khan to deliver his address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I think I'll start by saying that Houston is the friendliest city I've ever visited. And sir, you are a tough act to follow, but I'll go through the steps. Thank you very much for these remarks. We're deeply touched. This is something that always happens to me with the mics. So, honorable members of the United States Congress, honorable members of the Texas Legislature, members of the Diplomatic Corps, elected officials, the Honorable John Whitmire, every time, Mayor of Houston, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for members of my family and me to be with you today for the opening of this Ismaili Centre here in Houston. It is a historic milestone for the Ismaili Muslim community in the United States. I would like to begin by thanking Mayor Whitmire for his gracious invitation to visit this great city, for his resolute support of this project, and for honoring us with his presence today. I also warmly recognize the contributions of his predecessors, Mayors Bill White, Anise Parker, and the late Sylvester Turner, as well as that of other city leaders whose encouragement has been so vital in bringing this center into being. I thank the many past and present leaders of the state of Texas, U.S. senators and members of Congress, members of the state legislature, representatives of the federal government, and the many friends of the Ismaili community whose presence here makes this day even more special and meaningful. My late father chose Houston to be the location of the first Ismaili Center in the United States. It was a very natural choice because this city has been for decades home to a significant Ismaili community and the headquarters of our Ismaili institutions in the U.S. It is also a global city, one that welcomes and offers friendship to people from all over the world, enabling them to flourish in whatever their fields of endeavor. And American Ismailis have flourished here, just as they have across the United States, creating businesses, stimulating innovation, contributing to scientific discovery, educating younger generations, and simply being good friends and neighbors. All of this has been made possible by the spirit of openness and meritocracy that has always made this country a land of opportunity. The relationships between Ismailis and the communities in which they live have always been grounded in understanding and common purpose. Today, we honor that tradition, extending the hand of friendship to all, regardless of background or faith. This building may be called an Ismaili Centre, but it is not here for Ismailis only. It is for all Houstonians to use, a place open to all who seek knowledge, reflection, and dialogue. The Ismaili Centre Houston is the 7th in a family of buildings spanning Europe, the Middle East, Central Asia, and North America. They serve many purposes, and while daily congregational prayer is a primary focus, they also seek to enable a vibrant exchange of ideas and to nurture understanding among peoples of diverse communities and faiths. This is why this center includes a theater, exhibition spaces, a sports court, play areas for children, conference rooms, classrooms, and landscape gardens for everyone to enjoy. We very much hope that the facilities and activities offered here will bring not just joy, but learning and new opportunities. Whether through hosting recitals, launching books, presenting concerts, promoting local artists, or offering training, our intent is to provide a constant rhythm of events that spark curiosity, engender understanding, and encourage exchange. Any positive impact will rely heavily on friendships, partnerships, and warm dialogue with government, civil society, academic institutions, cultural and faith organizations, neighbors, and others. Empty buildings, however striking, don't serve their communities. It is my deep hope that with your engagement, this center will lift spirits and broaden horizons. This center will bring people together, strengthen bonds, and help us all collectively to bring happiness and harmony to societies here and elsewhere. I'm heartened by the presence today of representatives of faith communities from Houston and other parts of the United States. I would ask you please to consider this building a resource available to you all, that it might help us come together around our shared values for the common good of humanity. This building is a symbol of this hope and aspiration. The Ismaili community is highly diverse and lives across dozens of countries. As Muslims, our faith teaches us to care deeply about pluralism. For us, it is not an abstract idea, but a practical ethic, something lived every day. To mean anything, pluralism must be actively practiced in the willingness to respect, appreciate, and learn from others. Our faith is a calling to build bridges and to engage with the world beyond our community. Human diversity itself is a gift from God. I hope this center will embody the spirit. As many of you already know, my late father was passionate about architecture, especially about buildings and spaces that drew on sources of knowledge that would inspire those who use them. He took a deep personal interest in the design of this building and its gardens. He worked closely with the architects and landscape designers, as he did for many of the remarkable projects that he commissioned during his lifetime. This center is the last of those signature works to reach completion, and he had designated it a project commemorating his Diamond Jubilee. You will come to discover that this building's avans and gardens, terraces and alcoves, atria and courtyards teach of places and ideas from across the world, while simultaneously linking the center physically to the natural beauty of Buffalo Bayou and to Houston's cultural corridor. It stands alongside the Manila Collection, Rothko Chapel, Asia Society, Museum of Fine Arts, and many other institutions that make the city a cultural capital. I'm proud that this center has been built to LEED Gold Standard, reflecting our commitment to stewardship of the earth, an ethic that our faith requires of us. This project has been a complex undertaking, one that required consultation, collaboration, persistence from many people over many years. I ask you to join me in acknowledging with warmest appreciation the lead design architect, Farshid Musavi, the landscape architect, Thomas Waltz, the structural engineer, Hanif Kara, the architect of record, Paul Westlake, McCarthy Building Companies, each member of their teams, and the many artisans and specialists who worked on this project with skill and dedication. I also wish I also wish to recognize the project team who guided this complex endeavor with care and perseverance. Their collective effort has turned this vision into reality. With deepest admiration, I pay special tribute to my uncle, Prince Amin, whose guidance, commitment, and close personal engagement over many years have been pivotal to the creation of Ismaili centers across the world, and to this Ismaili Center here in Houston. He has been deeply involved with this project from the selection of the architect through its design and development. He has been a constant and regular presence on this site and at deliberations throughout planning and execution. I'm profoundly grateful for his insight and contribution. My thanks go also to the leaders of my community, the volunteers, and the many friends who have labored to bring us to this day. The numerous volunteers whose time and attention will keep the center running into the future, I thank as well. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the magnificent generosity of supportive donors here in the USA and from around the world, without whom the construction of this center would not have been possible. In concluding, I would like to say again how happy I am to be inaugurating this beautiful building and all that it represents, both in its physical form and the ideals and values it embodies. It is my sincere wish that we collectively fulfill its potential in the years to come. Thank you.
We now invite the Honorable John Whitmire and His Highness to unveil the commemorative plaque marking the opening of the Ismaili Centre Houston. Please rise for the departure of the Honorable John Whitmire, His Highness the Aga Khan, and members of His Highness the Aga Khan's family.
What an incredible day as we witness the inauguration of the first Ismaili Center in the United States here in Houston, Texas, in the presence of our beloved Maulana Hazar Imam. And one quote that really stood out from his speech was that he said, "It is my deep hope that with your engagement, this center will lift spirits and broaden horizons, that each day it will bring people together, strengthen bonds, and help us all collectively to bring happiness and harmony to societies here and elsewhere." What a perfect way to end this memorable broadcast on this historic day here in the United States. My name is Rahul Ramzanli. On behalf of the entire The Ismaili TV team, thank you so much for watching. Yali Madad and Mubarakis to everyone. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.